everyone, welcome back to Princess Connect Dive. Fresh off the FES stream, I am here to both give you my thoughts, but also roll on Lyrael Gacha, perfect Lyrael Gacha, because she's about to go away, so I wanted together obviously to get all 3 characters this month. Nefinella will follow, but she will have 130 free pulls, so I will more than likely get Nefinella from the free pulls, and then we might look forward to Astrea Pego and the other 2 characters coming next month. First, let's go into a more appropriate scenario to talk about the FES as a whole. I want to give you guys a recap of what happened. I will tell you what I felt watching the stream, and then post some images so that you guys can get an idea. You should watch it for yourself and get your own idea for some of the things that happened, especially the character live. Before that, let me offer a small moment to remind you guys that if you want to support the Priconne project, you can always leave a super thanks under your favorite Priconne video or join the community as a Lodge supporter, to which I take the chance to thank my Lodge supporters, Webowski, Moonlight and Uber. Thank you very much for this support, and we are heading into the 9th year of Priconne, which is the one starting today to the 9th anniversary, so hopefully it will be a good one for sure. The 8th anniversary is now behind us since it has happened, and from now on we will get to see what happens with Priconne into the year leading up to the 9th anniversary. But let's talk about what happened with the FES. So let's stay right here, since I believe this is a good place to talk about it. So the FES itself was 1 day compared to the usual 2 days. I didn't really mind that a lot, because when you think about it, what's important is that the show itself is good, and what you see is what you want. Obviously, it is always a shame to change something. I do understand that kind of vibe when discussing and also experiencing things, but in this case I don't think that it affected the stream as much as one might imagine. The stream started with the usual look back segment. They looked at a year of Priconne, starting from Andante with You and ending with Grand Cru Royale. There isn't really much here to say, it was a recap, but some things stood out to me. First, that the segment was very much better compared to last year. They didn't waste time with Union Burst animations, which in my opinion don't really fit the tone of the segment. They focus more on the voice actresses that were there on stage, Louise Marie or the 3 princesses for example. And they also showcased music, a lot of music, which always stands right with me. They then moved into a segment covering more personally what each of the voice actresses felt during a story event, and finally they did a recap of Arc 3. Now, this will be probably more evident tomorrow when we get more story, but the feeling I got is that they are preparing to wrap up Arc 3 this year. When will that happen? I have no idea. We have 4 chapters ahead of us, since right now a chapter takes 3 months, so 4 chapters ahead of us until the 9th anniversary. If I had to guess, 1 or 2 chapters more. I would say that's a good average, so before the half anniversary. And they showed some really cool stuff, like designs for new characters, like Al-Shat, Vision Empress, even the Warlock guys, and also infographics that by now you probably have seen on the screen. So that I really enjoyed. I thought that it was a very good segment. It did leave me a little bit like puzzled on what comes next, but maybe that in itself is right. Then we had the variety segment. This year it was the Tsubo game, which was very actually cool. They did a really good job with the production value. It was fun to see. Basically they played escape room or puzzle games with Kaiser Insight and Keril, voice actor and voice actresses, which was... I liked it, even if I still don't understand completely Japanese colloquially. It is something that watching it I find myself laughing, thinking this is nice, etc. So it was cool. Then we had the character live. amazing. I just can say the characters were moving so realistically that I felt like I was watching another show. Like, the production value on the models was out of this world. Like, clearly they redid all the models from scratch. The Gourmets, Saren, Shizuru and Rino, Amet, they were all new models, for sure. There was also a segment which was live, where they had basically live mock-upping of, I don't know who, I assume it was the voice actresses of Shizuru and Rino, and they read the comments and also did the poses based on what the comments said, which was incredibly cool, because it, like, you know, when you see a new technology that you never saw before and you got impressed, like, that was amazing. Even though they had a little bit of audio issues, which like, it happens, if it's live, it's probably part of the fun also to have errors. I thought that was like, wow factor that was incredibly wow for me. And finally we have game news. So, merchandise, some cool stuff, some I don't care stuff, that's up to people who buy it. I buy some, the Shadowverse Evolve video from yesterday, if you guys haven't watched it, is one such case where I buy the merch. Very exciting, some things you can skip over. Then we had the game news themselves. There is all the stuff that you get during anniversaries, so the Lando Sol Race, the free pools, the freebies, the new quest for hearts and potions, etc. All those things were there as always, which is always welcome, by the way. Like, having up to 500 gems per day with the Lando Sol Race is always a plus for me. And then we went into the more specific announcement. So let's start with the worst one, so we get the bad out of the way. The Battle Pass. Now, I hate Battle Passes, not because of their value, but because of the logic behind it. I hate seeing that there is something that is there for everyone, but also for those who pay, and it makes me feel like I'm missing out on paying. I will never like it in my lifetime, and like, this is just bad. I don't have an excuse for it. I guess, you know, every game has it, every gacha game has it, every live service game has it. It wasn't in Priconne for 8 years, I guess we were lucky that it wasn't here for such a long time. Now, less bad stuff, the Connect rank system. So this was something that we knew for since last year, during the 8th anniversary, since they released a roadmap which told us about it. It's not really that bad as I thought it would be. It is only 6 levels at release. It only basically boosts damage, more or less. Except some characters which get upgrades for their unique equipment. It is not all characters who get the upgrade at release, it is only a pool of characters, which makes it even better, because if it makes all their character usable, it is a net better for everyone involved. So I don't really mind it as much. The materials will come from the Battle Pass, Clan Battle, the new mode, so that's the usual stuff. Now, some stuff that I did enjoy, like this is basically the so-and-so. The new mode, which releases tomorrow with the story, it is basically a clan battle mode, but solo. And you get to use the relics from the labyrinth. That's a cool concept, actually, I like it a lot. And I'm not sure whether it's fun or not, I will have to try tomorrow. So that's something that we leave for tomorrow. There is also challenge quest based on elements. Not really sure what the difference is with the deep quest, I guess. Those don't give materials, maybe they just give gems. It is a cool concept, I do like challenge quests and stuff like that for sure. Now, for the stuff that I liked, and this is a big one, like extremely big, the Start Dash. They added another layer to the Start Dash, this time with Part 3 as the focus, and you can get 2 more tickets. One for the limited characters, I believe up to Summer Misora, if I'm not wrong, or I think it is up to 2024, maybe the end of 2024. I'm not really sure, I haven't seen it yet. The other one, PriconneFES up to Eris, I believe. And that means that we can get Anne and Grea, or Ranfa. You guys will vote on that. I hope that you guys vote for Anne and Grea, however, because I really want to get a good Fire Mage team. And also a free limited character, which for me is incredible, because I don't roll for all their limited characters, so it is very good. Like, amazing that they gave out one limited and one ultra limited character for free in the anniversary. Obviously, you need to complete the quest, but technically speaking, it is a free limited and free ultra limited. Then we had the new event, Shiori and Wakana Summer Winter version. Exciting for sure. I do love Wakana. I want to see more of her secret that Al-Shat also teased in the main story, so I'm curious for this event for sure. We also had the new Nefinella and the new Pego. Those we know they were coming because you all probably saw Grand Cru Royale, so it was a given. And then we had more sparse stuff like Arachne coming to the Remembrance Battle and the free pools, like those are always there. More than last year, so we get them all on Nefi and then one on Pego, or the last one on Nefi if you still go for her. So always nice to get those things there. Now, those are my impressions. I probably missed some things, some good, some bad. If I did, I might put them in the video itself when I go and remember it, but those are my debut impressions. I think that it was much better than last year, because the issue with last year is that while it was a good anniversary, obviously none of them are inherently bad, the roll system was really a bad announcement that soiled the mood for everyone. Then we had only a 6-star on Bumpy. By the way, this year is on Nea. That's one thing I forgot, that's a positive, but also kind of a negative, because I wish that it gave it to someone a little bit older, but it's fine. And there were some things that left me a little bit... Like, one funny thing is that the half-year anniversary tends to have more big-scale hype announcement, like collabs, stuff like that. Those are the things that I felt were missing. Not that I wanted another anime season, but if, for example, they announced a Steam release or a spin-off game, Grandmasters come back, something like that to say, you know, Priconne is alive. But there is also the fact that they did give us a roadmap, and until the 9th anniversary, we are guaranteed to be alive. So that's not really much of an issue at all. So overall, if I were to give you my impression on this anniversary, I was like on the stars up until they announced the Battle Pass. Then I got a little bit mad. And then I recovered when they announced the Wakana and Shiori event. That was quite fun. So it was a good anniversary, very good. Better than last year. The year before, probably the Triple Twinkle Wish announcement with the 6 stars, among other things, was also very powerful. So they are on the same wavelength, probably 6 and 8, more or less up there, I would say. I do think, however, the special character live, Chef Kiss, it was just amazing. Like, the songs, the character dancing, just too good. Very, very good. And that's it for my FES review for this year. Hopefully you guys, as I said, make your own mind on it. I don't really want to force my view on you guys. You should have your own ideas if you still like the game, if you like it more, if you like it less. It should be up to you and how you receive those informations. Now let's get Lyrael, shall we? We have 46,000 gems. Like, we recovered a lot where Violet last time got us dry, because she had us a Sparker. Can we avoid the Spark with Lyrael? I have my doubts, because probably Violet getting a Spark means that we might have to Spark Lyrael too. But nothing is set in stone. We can always hope for a good gacha right here. I will go a little bit faster because we had the FES segment, so I don't want you guys to have a 30 minutes video right before the new story. It's not ideal for me. Okay, we have a 3-star, but it's not Lyrael because there is no download. What will be ideal here is obviously to get Lyrael within 100 pulls. Like, I will for sure get Nella from the free pulse. I don't have a doubt on that. And if I don't, I will get mad. But if I don't, obviously I will need 30 pulls to spark her. Sorry, 70 pulls. And those 70, I do have them, more or less. But I would like to have pulls for Astrea Pego as well. So that's why I want to get Lyrael as safely as possible. Let's hope that's what happens here. Come on, Lyrael. Okay, we got our Astral Spheres. Those are nice. You know, it's not that because... like, I get the... up there connecting, but it doesn't show the bar. So I feel a little bit trolled sometimes, because I think, like, it's coming, but then it doesn't come. Anyway, I would say we probably get a 130 here. It seems like that kind of day. Which is a shame, because we had such an incredible good streak with since Summer Anemone, and now we are back to the back-to-back... and I'm not quoting the song from Lady Canon event, but we are back to the back-to-back Spark, which is probably not the ideal thing to have here. But it is still anniversary characters, so I don't mind as much. If it was random characters right before something hype, then it will be different. Like Wakana and Shiori, I can safely get them with my side account if I really need to, and we can save for the rest of March. And see what happens in April, which I have no idea, by the way. I'm as clueless as you guys on what happens in April. Like, I expected March to be a Lily event tied to the main story. Instead, we got pretty disconnected from the main story event, which is fine. Like, you can't always get main story events. We went past my prediction, so it is a Spark. Like, I get, like, you know, when I get a Spark, like when I have to do a Spark, you always feel it. Like, more or less, you know by how it starts. And this was going to be a Spark. I knew it, in my bones I knew it. Ooh, the connecting is a little bit sus. You know what? It could be that there are so many... No. I was thinking there could be so many players playing that their servers are going wild, but no, it was just me unlucky, and no, okay. Spark it is, because right now if I get 190 and no, I can still save a Tempool, okay, but no, Spark it is. It is amazing, by the way. Back-to-back Spark. That's just something that a Lodge special, I like to call it. But still, now you know why I skipped Rin and Shizuru last month. This is why. Okay, let's get Perfect Lyrael. So perfect that she got all of my gems. But thankfully, we at least together. By the way, I know that this 3-star art is probably the most sexy that you've seen in this game, and I don't disagree. It is very good, but not going into my home screen because I have my favorites. Lyrael, by the way, we got a very precious card of her yesterday in the opening, so go watch it if you haven't. She's like 10th place in my top 10 favorite characters, so it's not like she's not my favorite. But I do have Yui, Misora, Eris, Grace, and then Prayer in my home screen. If we had more slots, probably Perfect Lyrael would be in there. Okay, how many gems do we have after this onslaught? Not too bad, considering that I still have side stories to do, that I still have the special bosses to do in the new event, that I still have the gems that we get tomorrow from the story, etc. Plus from the new event, and probably I will skip the new event character. We can get to April, almost assuredly, safely, which is the most important part. For Shizuru and Wakana, I will make a judgment call on Wakana. I might get Wakana if we get Princess Pego, Astrea Pego, not sure why I called that Princess. If we get Astrea Pego early, I might consider Wakana, but until then, we have a lot of time, for sure. Anyway, okay, we can't put the song, let's put Grace. My friends, the 8th anniversary starts, the 8th anniversary FES is over, so tomorrow, story. You could say that I am overworked because 2 days ago I had the event, now I have the story, and then I have all the character stories for Violet, Lyrael, and Nella. You could be right, but I will do my best. And until then, this is Hunter Lodge, burned with a spark once again, but still very happy to play this game. Grand Cru Royale was amazing, one of my favorite events in this game for sure, very very good. And I hopefully will see you next time with the main story, and with the next event, and with the bonds, and everything else Priconne. By the way, if the next set for Shadow vs Worlds Beyond is Priconne, I will be completely happy beyond the stars. Unlikely, but probably, maybe, who knows. Maybe it's the next one, the one after, who knows, we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys smashed that like or subscribe button, and if you want, you also supported the channel with super thanks or by joining as a Lodge supporter. This is the Priconne month, hopefully it lived up to the celebration also with something a little bit different, like the opening of the Evolve box, which we might redo in the future. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye my friends.